What's good? It's your boy CJ Goodfellow. We back with the boxing clinic once again. We up, we grinding, afternoon grind. Y'all know what it is. And a lot of people are up in arms about Keith Thurman. Saying that he's gonna take a tune-up fight, which I told you guys that 6 months ago when the injury came on. He had the calcium, remains in his elbow. Then he found out he got married. Got a little heavy. I seen. Then he says he's potentially gonna fight Danny Garcia, Sean Porter if they fight for a rematch. I'm gonna speak on that in 1 second. He's gonna fight either one of those guys in the rematch middle of next year. And then he said he started thinking about unification bouts. By that time, Terrence Crawford have a belt, and hopefully Errol Spence have a belt. Now, talk about the Danny Garcia and Sean Porter thing. If Danny Garcia really wanted to line himself up for a Keith Thurman fight, I believe he would have fought Sean Porter. He chose not to fight Sean Porter, so Sean Porter might just roll up in there and get a rematch. But Keith Thurman did say that him and Danny Garcia packed the house at the Brooklyn Barclays Center more than they packed the house for the Sean Porter fight. And he said Sean Porter was a better fight, but Danny Garcia and them, he's a bigger draw. So Danny Garcia from the whole time has been avoiding Sean Porter because he knows that him and Keith Thurman did good numbers, and that's the most lucrative fight for Keith Thurman. But Sean Porter is the mandatory, and Danny Garcia could have put himself in position to be the mandatory by fighting Sean. But he didn't do that because I think he believes he's going to walk into a Keith Thurman rematch. And he won't win that fight unless he learns how to cut the ring off. And Keith Thurman said he wasn't even 100% for that fight, and I can believe it. But, he says he wants to take 2 fights before thinking about a unification bout. And that's his prerogative. I told you guys, that fight, I said it should happen in the middle of next year. He should fight 4 times, really, but it's more like 3. He said he wants to fight 3 times next year because he only fought twice the last 2 years. Twice the last 2 years once, once each time a year. So, I'm not really tripping about it. A lot of people are up in arms. They like the fight won't happen. They both with Al. Everybody going around, I can't stand Keith Thurman. Like, Keith Thurman's supposed to jump right into an Errol Spence fight, like right now coming off an injury. If you guys thought that, you guys were fools. And a lot of people on this YouTube shit, crying and acting like they didn't know what it was. Oh, well, yeah, Keith Thurman better come back and see Errol Spence when he come back. Like, that's not realistic, man. His elbow is still not 100%. I'm not defending the guy. I'm just stating facts. If this the shoe was on the other foot, you guys would be like, oh, Errol Spence needs a tune-up fight. And people act like Keith Thurman just scared of Errol Spence. He's not scared of Errol Spence. Man, y'all always do this shit. Y'all talking about, oh, this guy's scared of this guy, this guy's scared of this guy. And then Keith Thurman go out there and whoop Errol Spence's ass. I'm not saying this is going to happen. And then you guys want to take away from Keith Thurman. Oh, you waited too long. Or, you come up with these excuses. These dudes is warriors, world champions. He not scared of nobody. He going to take his time and wait to fight Errol Spence. It's a business. Just like Canelo and Triple G happened, just like Pacquiao and Mayweather, it's a business. That fight has to be built up the right way. And he said he don't even know if Al knows when that fight's going to happen. That fight got to get the proper platform. I'm probably going to be on regular TV, CBS, Fox. It's going to happen. Errol Spence is getting $3.5 million versus Lamont Peterson. So they have to build this fight up, Potentially they should put these guys on the same card in the middle of next year. However they want to, use their face card. Is it promoting the fight real hard? You don't want to promote it real hard until after both guys win, Because a lot of people didn't like that shit with Chavez and Triple G. When it seems like Chavez Jr. took some money to lay down, and then they talking about, oh, we already got the Triple G fight signed, and a lot of people felt like they were gypped out their money. So I think these guys should be on the same card or something like that in the middle of the year. And, I'll take the fight at the end of the year. I'll take a fight in December, but a lot of people are skeptical for Keith Thurman because he always getting injured. And fighting 3 times a year is a lot of wear and tear on his body. But, hopefully, I know he's going to fight Errol Spence, unless he loses down the road. But I'm very shocked that he would want to fight Sean Porter again before fighting Errol Spence because that was pretty much his words. Sean Porter and Danny Garcia, that's who he wants to fight in the middle of the year. And, it was a near-death experience for him versus Sean Porter. It was a very, very close fight. But that's what he wants to do. He can do it. It definitely seems like, he's not trying to rush into a Errol Spence fight, and I understand that. Errol Spence is a dangerous foe. And, I guess he thinks he can wait till the end of the year. He might try to elongate this thing out, but he did say, in the next year or two, it should be a unified champ, undisputed champ. and that's his goal. And I think that's every welterweight's goal right now. I throw Terrence Crawford into the mix. But I don't have a problem with it, man. Him fighting 2 times and then potentially with Errol Spence. They got to build the fight up, man. You know, to most hardcore fans, it's already built up, but it's not. It has to be built up on a casual and a public level, and it can be done. You know, Errol Spence fighting on Showtime in January 13th versus Lamont Peterson. Him coming back in February and March. Then he should turn around and come back sometime in June and July. And then Errol Spence might have his mandatory and Constantine Puelmav or Carlos Uncampo. They fight for the #1, so he can do a mandatory fight in the middle of the year. And at the end of the year, they can get it done. You know, I don't have a problem with it. Brooklyn Barclay, December. I have no issue with it. I mean, why not? It's a fight that makes sense. And the timing might make sense, you know what I mean? You know, the fall boxing is one of the hottest boxing of the year. The first quarter of boxing is usually weak other than this year. So it is what it is, man. People need to get up Keith Thurman nuts. You know, let him do what he do. Can't rush nobody into nothing. Same guys that want to rush this fight was defending, you know, Floyd and Pacquiao for dancing around each other. And like I said, you know, you got to call a spade, and it is what it is. We out.